Welcome to 2021, everyone. It is Dr. Sasheen, and I am coming to you recorded today, but it will be live in the future. And that's what I want to talk about. So, the podcast is back. We will be dropping new episodes this week, talking about lots of different aspects of getting a divorce, but also maintaining healthy relationships with those who are around you. So, make sure that you tune in, like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. But also, what I wanted to talk a bit about today is this idea that as we roll into 2021, and a lot of people are still very much consumed by the realities of having been locked away together with your significant other for an extended period of time. And I know that that can feel like you're at the breaking point, like the nerves are fraying for a lot of people. And so there are three things I want you to think about today, and three tips that you can do even in the midst of this pandemic that really has all of us with the inability to do anything about our current circumstances in terms of getting a divorce or even separating because of financial issues and the crunch of COVID. But there are certain things that you can do. So even if you're confined to the same space together, if you understand that most of your issues are stemming from the fact that you all just are trying to weather the storm before you can actually split, what you can do is begin to think about where you want to go next and do the homework for finding a place and where you want to go. And it's a good time to allow yourself to dream, which can be really tough when it looks like the world's never going to open up again, but it is. Allow yourself to dream your next possibility. Allow yourself permission to start thinking about what's next, which when you're actively in the process of divorce can feel like you don't have time to dream about things like that because you're just trying to survive. Well, COVID's blessing is that we are all in the survival mode, and dreaming is actually a good way to get yourself out of just the survival mode, but to start thinking about what's coming next, and allows your mind to de-stress from what's the reality in front of you to what's coming next for you, because this will eventually end, and that's what you can allow yourself to start thinking about. The second thing is to start taking inventory of your life. What is it that you want to move forward with into the next part of your life? What are the things that you hope to take with you? What are the things that you don't want to take with you and that you prefer to leave behind? And this inventory isn't just of the physical and environmental things around you, the furniture, the clothes, the shoes, but though all of that's really important. It's also your mental, psychological, physical, and emotional space. What are the things that you've been hanging on to or dealing with that may be time to seriously think about getting some movement on, even as COVID continues to make us stay in one place? We can begin to take an inventory of the things that would be a really good idea for us not to take with us into our next life. Because hey, if it wasn't working for us in this relationship, we don't want it work. We're not going to try it in the next one, right? So that's the second thing: is take some inventory. Really take stock and take inventory of the things that are happening now that you don't want to see happen in the future, but also the things that are happening right now that you want to continue to do as you move into your next chapter. And finally, number three, the basics. It's a great time to start contemplating the new you, right? Maybe it's time to start drinking a little more water or getting a little more therapy. And I really am big on this idea of getting therapy to help get through some of the issues that come up when you're divorcing someone, especially if you've been married for a long time. But even if you've been married a short time, those relationships can bring up a lot of landmines that you stepped on that have now become shrapnel in your body. And so it's a good idea to start thinking about taking care of. So you take inventory, and then you can take care of some things even as you're locked away. And one of those ways is therapy. One of those ways is starting a meditative practice. One of those ways is just starting a basic workout routine, even if it's just 10 minutes of stretching. If you've never stretched a bone in your body, 10 minutes in the morning of stretching, or 10 minutes right before bed of just a stretch or two here or there. The beautiful thing is that this thing called the internet has made it possible for us not to stay locked away from everything. And there's so many resources out there available to you if you want to start any kind of exercise. So even if it's gentle meditative yoga stretches, or you're ready to go hardcore into CrossFit, don't know that I recommend that right away, but whatever the case may be, it's time to start taking inventory. Maybe it's time for a haircut. Maybe you just think about getting hair color. Maybe it's time to change your wardrobe, and the simple act of getting rid of things that you know that you don't really want to wear anymore can be absolutely liberating and freeing. So those are just three ideas and three ways to start thinking about life after COVID. life beyond the walls that have confined you for the past 10 months. It's been a long haul, guys. But those are just some of the ideas I wanted to share with you this morning. Please make sure that you go over to the podcast, click like and subscribe. Make sure that you know when those new episodes are dropping. The 2 books are still available for you on Amazon. The Who Did You Love? 4 Faces of Narcissism. And trust me, after being locked away for 10 months, this is one that you definitely want to read. And the Amazon bestseller, So You're Getting Divorced, which is the basis for the podcast. This has been Dr. Sasheen. As always, it's my pleasure to serve you and help you get peace out of your broken pieces. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.